So a quick time with Tim, and this is actually more of an update on me for anyone who's interested, rather than something I've been thinking about or pondering. Simply because I recognise from some conversations recently that there's been quite a bit going on for me recently, and some shifts, and people might have some curiosity around what's driving that. So just to speak quickly to some of these things now, and there'll be some more videos specifically on a couple of these, and I'm working on some articles as well. So look, in short, I've responded to a number of guiding provocations to sort of step more into nodes within the system that I've been working on changing, in order to see if the affect of my work is any different. What does that mean? I've joined a corporate rather than persisting running a small leadership development focused on transformation, development consultancy focused on transformation. Why have I done that? Well, it's kind of an acknowledgement of a theory of change around working with systems, that in order to really have a significant sort of energetic shift, you need to be in those systems, not on the outside, sort of knocking against them. And some of the primary drivers for this have been Carol Sanford, who I've been working with directly for a couple of years at this point, Giles Hutchins, who I've been working with directly for 6-7 months at this point in time. People who've been in the change work for a lot longer than I have. And supported by, nurtured by, guided by both of them and others, I open myself up to the possibility of an invitation from one of Four Eyes clients, people who know me well, know my work well, and receive one from a division of Panasonic, which are well progressed on the journey of becoming more sustainable. I think particularly radical in that, for sure, but also opening themselves up to the possibility of understanding and then consciously choosing to move towards other, more progressive ways of working, such as purpose-led, net positive, and potentially regenerative. And I am offering myself as a resource to this organization, to the people within it, in order to help that progression happen from a people and culture perspective, working with the human processes that activate and enable sustainability and regeneration. So I'll talk as much as I can openly about that work and what's happening, and particularly what I'm doing. But in the 3 months now that I've been there, I've found some really beautiful shared intention, shared dreaming, shared desire to work differently in the 3 principal areas that I'm working: Australia, New Zealand, and China, but also in the Japanese side of this business as well. And I think certainly I'm really sort of validating a lot of views that have been shared in the public by people who have been working with organizations for a really, really long time, people like Christina Figueres, who are kind of saying, hang on a minute, organizations really are striving to change, to become something, or be becoming, something more life-fulfilling. And that is real deep work and takes real time to do. But the intention and the energy is very much there and is moving further and further forward. And I'm experiencing this as well, and acknowledging the complexity that actually entails. So that's me on the work side. Four Eyes continuing. I'm splitting my time between this corporate role and the 4i role. And the 4i team always have been amazing people, and they're really wanting to step in and self-organize even more so, with my energy being divided between those 2 paths. And then I'm also working as a volunteer in place here in the Shoalhaven with a community of practice for the art of hosting, this participatory process gathering. And yeah, that's one of the ways that I'm really embedding myself more and more in place here in southern New South Wales. And then an aligned venture, also been invited to become a spokesperson for Bushfire Survivors for climate action, having been connected to their founding president and CEO. And that really is sort of starting to expand a little bit the voice that I've been giving to the experiences that I've had around ecological trauma and climate impact, and how I and others in community here are responding to those experiences and shifting ourselves and our work and our ways of being together in place. So on all of those fronts, you can expect some more updates. Keep an eye on the LinkedIn feed. That's where I'm going to be most active in the public domain, as well as here. I will try and maintain a consistent presence on this channel. So please DM me if anything that I've said is of interest, either on LinkedIn or drop me a message in the comments here and I'll respond and we can have a dialogue if that is something that you would like to do. In the meantime, be well, lead well, keep on co-creating better worlds and better futures.